who only registered their first shot towards goal right on the half-time mark, and almost ready for kick-off once again. Aston Villa shooting right to left as we watch on, wearing all white. Lille left to right, and no changes for either side at half-time. Just the one for Aston Villa midway through the first half. Nicolo Zaniolo having to be taken off for injury. Morgan Rogers made his way on as Villa, who have looked a bit flustered this evening in an intimidating atmosphere, it has to be said. Back in control of possession out on the right hand side with Cash, who can play back to Konza. Huge night for Aston Villa, but they give the ball away on the edge of the area. Gudmundsson shoots just wide. Fantastic opportunity for Lille given away, and Lille couldn't quite capitalise. Immediately putting the pressure on. Remy Martinez with the goal kick to clear away. Won't be able to take his time. He received a yellow card 5 minutes from half time for taking his time over a goal kick. Plays this one long forward. Watkins misses the header. Diaby will chase on inside the box, and Chevalier comes out to collect. Livelier start from both sides. Chevalier looks out left. Squared across by Diakité to Yoro to Diakité again, left corner of his penalty area. Just bring the ball towards halfway. Benjamin Andre getting involved in the triangular passing action as well, as is Bentaleb now on the edge of the centre circle. Played across, Benjamin Andre rolled back this time. Yoro, Diakité out to the left under pressure from Diaby. Watkins as well forward for Aston Villa, trying to nab the ball away. Bentaleb though out to the left hand side, collected well and brought back in by Gudmundsson. Bentaleb recycles to the right edge of the penalty area. Thiago Santos back towards Ismaili this time, long cross in towards the box, high over the bar, and away for a goal kick to Aston Villa. Ball sailed high and over. Great opportunity right at the start of the second half though for Lille, nearly catching out Aston Villa, who haven't looked at all like they did on Sunday against Arsenal. Lille with that free weekend really shown their burst of pace. Completely different game to what it was at Villa Park a week ago. Villa in the centre circle though. Tielemans struggling to turn on the ball. Plays back towards Pau Torres, further back to Konza this time. Konza goes all the way back to Martinez once again, looking to recycle the ball out to the left. Pau Torres now under pressure to clear away. Finds the ball through the middle, flicked on nicely towards Rogers, trying to slip the ball through to Diaby, picked off by Diakité. Takes his time, just switched that right centre-back role, and eventually will recycle himself back to the left centre-back position. Doing well, Diakité, to move around in defence, collect the ball where needed, receives it back from his goalkeeper as well, midway inside his own half. Across to Yoro. Diakité again. Just look towards halfway. Takes a turn back to Yoro again, and now Lille holding on to the ball inside their defensive half. And a bit like Aston Villa in the first, will try and clear away down towards the left wing, and just misses Gudmundsson. Watch the ball away for an Aston Villa throw, and Matty Cash look to throw back in towards the centre of his half. Instead, down the line to halfway. Watkins trying to shrug off the shoulder of Diakité, concedes possession as Douglas Luiz will have to chase over. Thiago Santos now runs up towards the right edge of the final third, out on the right wing, knocks Douglas Luiz down to the ground, but it will roll away for an Aston Villa throw. Luca Dean will look down the line as well. Luca Dean throws in towards Douglas Luiz to Dean, back to Rogers this time. Tielemans will bring the ball up to the centre circle. McGinn trying to slip the ball through, and no one could pick on to the end of it, and it allows Lille to try and attack forward quickly as Villa scramble back into positions. Thiago Santos out on the right wing, up against the right touchline, back into the centre circle with Bentaleb. Urges the ball out to the left this time, but no options available for Diakité. Lille will have the ball again on halfway with their defensive line as they slowly push forward. Something we didn't see from them last week, but are seeing this evening. Yoro all the way back to his goalkeeper Chevalier inside his D, rolls the ball forward. No pressure from Aston Villa at the moment as Chevalier, shortest time out left to Diakité, looks out to the left wing. Gudmundsson making a run. Cash has to get there first. Gudmundsson will try and challenge as well. Cash eventually gets back to Emi Martinez and gets pushed over in the process, and it will be a free kick to Aston Villa on the right corner of their own penalty area, and being able to clear the ball away. Martinez rolls short out to the left with Pau Torres towards the edge of his own D. Pau Torres will take his time to consider a pass, goes back to his goalkeeper Martinez to the edge of the D once again. The goalkeeper who made a fantastic save in the first half off his face, clears away down to the left. Rodgers now sends Luca Dean up towards the left corner flag. Luca Dean in towards the penalty area, into the hands of Chevalier, who nearly didn't catch at the first attempt but did at the second, and distributes quickly as well as Gudmundsson runs up towards halfway. Just plays back to Bentaleb safely. Bentaleb looks across to the right hand side this time, played down the line by Thiago Santos, only to the feet of Emi Martinez. Keeps the ball at his feet and plays out from the back again. Konza back to Martinez on the edge of the D. Aston Villa with plenty of players who have featured in France before. Diaby, Tielemans, two of them. Diego Carlos on the bench, another as well. Kevin Longley also on the bench, has played in France before. As Villa give the ball away, and now an opportunity as David runs forward up to the edge of the penalty area, out to the right hand side. Howardson trying to cut across, cleared away by Douglas Luiz, helped on by Pau Torres towards his own right corner flag, and eventually clears with his left foot only as far as Thiago Santos. Andre turns into the centre circle. Villa out of position as Lille try and push forward again. They just hold the ball on halfway though, keeping it in their possession. 53 minutes gone, Lille 1, Aston Villa 0. Haraldson up to the edge of the final third. David plays the ball back out to the edge of the penalty area. Back to David again, shouts to the offside flag. It's come back out towards the edge of the box, and Bentaleb fires over the bar. Offside flag goes up now on the near side from the linesman. Fantastic quick passing from the home side. Only just Jonathan David offside inside the box. And Bentaleb's efforts was always rising. Villa's free kick, short back to Martinez on the edge of the D once again. We're walking around on the ball at the moment as Pau Torres stands, looks for options. Martinez collects back to Pau Torres again, left edge of his own third. Forward to Douglas Luiz, back out left again to Luca Dean. Goes all the way back to Emi Martinez inside his 6-yard box under pressure from Haraldson. And out towards Konza this time. Villa still struggling to get out of their own half and need to start finding their way forward. Konza walks on the ball. Unai was playing for the draw, but Villa need to get a goal to get back to that point again. The draw is enough to send Villa through to the semi-finals of a European competition. Winners of the Champions League, or the UEFA Cup as it was called. European Cup rather. They played in the UEFA Cup in 2008, Aston Villa. The European Cup in 1982, winners against Bayern Munich. As they break out to the left-hand side, Luca Dean now up towards the edge of the final third. Back towards Douglas Luiz. The edge of the centre circle. Konza tries to play out to the right this time. Finds Diaby. Trying to turn away from Ismaili. Back to Cash. Further back to Tielemans. Teasing on the edge of the final third, Aston Villa now. Pau Torres out to the left. Luca Dean again back to Pau Torres. Trying to face forward Aston Villa. Luca Dean, Rodgers out to his left, can only go backwards again. And eventually it finds its way into the centre circle, but Villa hold players forward. Pau Torres looks down left to Luca Dean, might go for adventure on his own through the centre. Switches play to the far side and picked up by Diaby now. Diaby slips the ball down to McGinn, back towards Cash, into the side netting for Matty Cash. Fantastic quick feet, John McGinn laying the ball back to Matty Cash and firing a shot towards goal. The angle was narrow, 8 yards away, right edge of the 6-yard box. Side netting only. And Lille escape 10 minutes into the second half. They still lead by 1-0 on the night. 2-2 on aggregate. As it stands, this game going to extra time. Could be penalties on the way as well. Remains to be seen, of course. Chevalier plays out left across the back line once again, and Lille will look to regain possession inside their own half. Yoro, long ball out towards the right hand side, and Luca Dean can't quite get hold of it. Thiago Santos squares across 6 yards, and it's blocked away for a corner. Thiago Santos managed to beat Luca Dean to the ball, who just got the ball caught in his feet. Claimed he might have been clipped on the way through as well. It is a corner to Lille. Goal scorer Youssef Yazisi will swing this one in with his left foot. Yoro waits in the penalty area. Yazisi, right arm in the air, left-footed ball high up towards the far post, over everyone. And I have to feel that might have been a wasted corner for the home side. A bit too high from Yazisi this time. And a goal kick to Aston Villa as Konza considers playing it short. Unai Emery still analysing every part of the game as Konza gets tripped up on the ball by Jonathan David. Wins a free kick to Aston Villa, but again immediately under pressure, this Villa backline. Konza to play the free kick. He'll leave this one for his goalkeeper Emi Martinez instead. He'll place the ball down and have to clear away fairly quickly on a yellow card, of course. Home supporters the happier so far this evening as we approach the hour mark in the game. Night falls as well in France. Martinez clears long, flicked on by Rodgers towards Watkins on the edge of the penalty area. Cleared out only as far as Luca Dean, bounces back towards his head once again. Lille struggling to clear on the edge of the box. Diaby's over on the left hand side trying to take the ball away, and Thiago Santos can clear down the line off the back of Luca Dean and away for a Lille throw. I don't think many players knew where the ball was as it kept getting bounced high into the air. Thiago Santos throws short into the centre of his own half. Plays a long ball across. Cash trying to read the situation, beaten to it as well. And Gudmundsson breaks free. Gudmundsson with David in control as well. Gudmundsson just loses his footing, left edge of the box. Gets it away from Cash. Haraldson turns, looks onto his right foot. Played across the edge of the final third. Thiago Santos now turns away from Tielemans. High ball into the penalty area. Martinez thought about coming for it. It's played back into the 6-yard area. And eventually Douglas Luiz gets a head away and clears out to the right-hand side. And now McGinn will try and venture forward against Ismaili and win a throw. In fact, concede a throw for Aston Villa. Thrown in quickly by Lille. Start again from the centre circle. Yoro across to Thiago Santos to Yoro again. Played out to the left hand side this time. Everyone around the ground jumping up and down on the spot in home colours of red. Plenty of red shirts around the ground. Thiago Santos collects on the right wing, approaches the edge of the final third, turns away from Tielemans, through towards Yazisi. Edge of the box, back out. Andre trying to flick the ball through. Asking for it was Goodmanson on the left edge of the box, unmarked. And eventually Ismaili will find Goodmanson. Good control of the ball. Cash gets a clip on as the cross came in. Cleared away only as far as Haraldsson. Back through the centre. Bentaleb might consider the strike. Back to Andre, centre of the attacking half. Trying to knock the ball forward. Andre ventures towards the halfway line though. Back across to Lenny Yoro. Thiago Santos turns away from Luca Dean, who drops him down to the ground. Free kick to Lille. Thiago Santos immediately looking at the referee, asking for a yellow card. Luca Dean will be shown a yellow card. Referee just standing over the free kick, 5 yards, 6 yards in from the right touch line. Swung in towards the edge of the box, Lille with a potential set piece routine from the training ground. There's a few whispers from Youssef Yazisi. His goal making the difference this evening. Swung in by Haraldsson instead, cleared away by Luca Dean at the first attempt. Played back forward again by Thiago Santos. Yazisi will run up to the right edge of the penalty area, try and cross, and it's blocked by Luca Dean, and away for a corner. Aston Villa with more defending to do. A team that got a 1-1 draw back in 2002 in the Intertoto Cup, away here at Lille, and then ended up losing by 2-0 at home. A young Peter Crouch featured in that one game. Ball floated into the box from the corner into the hands of Martinez, who's considering trying to clear away quickly, gets shoved into the back as well, as Jonathan David now stops the clearance from being made quickly. Kenny Martinez taking his time, rolls short out to Pau Torres. Torres now just trying to search the ball forward. The referee has pointed to the ground and has awarded Villa a free kick for the attempted block on the clearance by Jonathan David. Not quite being as transparent to Emi Martinez as he wanted to be. The goalkeeper points and clears away through the centre of midfield, looking out towards McGinn as the head flicks out to him. Played all the way back to Konza now under pressure, goes back to his goalkeeper again, urged back onto the ball. Martinez under pressure from David. Douglas Luiz plays short back to Pau Torres now up against his own corner flag, trying to clear the ball away, and back to Martinez, who just has to launch the ball clear to the halfway line. Watkins now getting shoved down on halfway. Referee awards a free kick, and Lille frustrated with the decision. Diakité just wrestling back Ollie Watkins, and Villa with a free kick directly on the halfway line. Try and float the ball forward to the edge of the 18-yard box if they can. Villa fans watch on, arms crossed, folded, wondering what might come of this game. Lille fans at the moment enjoying every moment, creating a toxic atmosphere for Aston Villa as Pau Torres plays the free kick short into the centre circle across to Konza. Cash looks back towards his own third, plays back to Pau Torres, ventures up to halfway, takes a heavy touch through to Douglas Luiz this time, lofts the ball over. Watkins might be through if he can get there. Thiago Santos throws a leg in as well. McGinn concedes a free kick as he attacked forwards. Bentaleb went down to the ground, and it breaks up Villa's attack. John McGinn, as he was challenging for the ball, there was a high boot from Yoro on Watkins, and McGinn, who just nabbed the toe of Bentaleb as he tried to steal the ball away. Conceded the free kick. Lille play short across their back line this time. Diakité looks to take it forward to the centre circle. Instead back to his captain Benjamin Andre. To Diakité again. He's being urged back to the centre circle again. Bentaleb venturing ball out to the right hand side. Picked up well by Thiago Santos. Heavy touch and Lucas Digne can clear away, and Santos takes out Lucas Digne in the process. And it will be a free kick to Aston Villa. Lucas Digne down on the ground at the moment. Thiago Santos nearly through. Lucas Digne did get to the ball first. Two of them challenging. Just a stab on the right toe of Lucas Digne. Aston Villa with the free kick. Lucas Digne asking the question this time of a yellow card the other way. Given though by the referee. Just one final warning. As Villa can't clear away. Cash intercepted by Gudmundsson. David now, centre of the attacking half, looking towards the edge of the final third if they can. Lille instead cut back to halfway. Thiago Santos back into the centre circle and played over to the left by Yoro. Back out to Benjamin Andre. Andre now through the centre circle, out to the left once again. Back to Yoro in the centre circle. Diakité out to the left this time. Again, Lille will hold on to the ball and look to attack forward. Benjamin Andre, the captain, long ball, slips over as he gets the ball up to the left hand side. Good takedown by Gudmundsson, squares into the penalty area corner as it comes off Cash. Out to the far side for another Lille corner. We tick towards the 68th minute. Pizen down to 10 against Fiorentina. Won't change outcome in that game. There's Howardson over the top of the corner. His left arm in the air. Plays it high into the penalty area. Andre flicks on, it's in! And Lille have a second and turn this tie around. The captain, Benjamin Andre, flicks the ball over the top of Martinez. It bounced off the post as it went in, but he won't mind too much. And it's Lille 2, Aston Villa 0, and 3-2 on aggregate to the home side. Just how costly was that Diakité goal to Aston Villa in the first leg a week ago? Superb header from the Lille skipper. Villa with 22 minutes plus stoppage time to get a goal back now. And a side that have only had one attempt at goal all evening now find themselves in need of a goal. Lille, as it stands, will be playing Fenerbahce or Olympiacos in the semi-final, and Leon Bailey has made his way on, replaces Moussa Diaby. Unai Emery makes a change. Villa all of a sudden trying to attack forward quickly, but they concede possession through Morgan Rogers, and now Lille will use this pressure and the advantage as well to try and push forward again. Andre out to the right this time, up to the edge of the final third, cuts back to halfway, and back with Thiago Santos. And back again towards their own goal, Lille, as Aston Villa happy to just watch Lille at the moment in their possession. They will put the pressure on as they clear away only as far as Cash on the right hand side, chased down by Bailey, shouts for a foul against Cash. Konza back towards McGinn. McGinn now looking out to the right hand side, will try and set Villa free, out on the right this time. Douglas Luiz can only turn back towards halfway as Leon Bailey came onto the pitch, by the way. He pointed to the crowd and the atmosphere and said to his teammates, block it out, focus on the game, ignore what's going on around, let's do what we do best. Lille, in the meantime, have been urging their supporters to make even more noise and put the pressure on this Aston Villa side, who worked so hard to beat Arsenal late on Sunday. Worked so hard against Lille a week ago. Luca Dean forward out on the left over halfway, played towards Morgan Rogers, ventures back to halfway, and back to Pau Torres again, across to Konza. Long ball forward from Cash, venturing on Bailey, up to the right edge of the penalty area. Bailey turning away from Ismaili, up to the edge of the box. Bailey still going inside the penalty area, worms towards the byline, crosses into the side netting, shouts for a corner given as well. Aston Villa will want to try and take this quickly and get the momentum going for themselves. Leon Bailey straight off the bench and into the action, causing Ismaili all sorts of problems. It's the Lille fans behind the goal Aston Villa are attacking, though, that are making the noise. And Bailey will be urged over to take the corner. Played short to Douglas Luiz. Back to Bailey, left-footed cross into the penalty area, flicked high and away. Luca Dean will watch it away for another Villa corner, this time on the other side of the pitch. Jonathan David had to get his head away. Villa win another corner. Douglas Luiz over this one. Places the ball down on the ground. Left arm in the air. Replaced the ball as it rolled away from where he wanted it to go. Referee calling for the corner to come in. Douglas Luiz, left arm in the air. Option short, plays towards the near post, flicked on by Pau Torres, cleared away. Luca Dean tries to shoot towards goal, and now it's a race back to halfway. And Yuri Tielemans was there to play back to his goalkeeper, Martinez. Long ball out to the left. Luca Dean will try and head the ball back in play. Rogers towards Douglas Luiz, ventures to the edge of the penalty area, still going into the centre. Out to the right this time with Cash. All of a sudden Aston Villa really attacking forward. McGinn, long ball to Rogers, back to Douglas Luiz this time, out towards Luca Dean, who chases down. And the ball will roll away, I think just for a goal kick to Lille and nothing more. Just trying to challenge with Thiago Santos. The two of them have had a great battle this evening. Unai Emery applauding his team. He's going to have to. Not long to go, 17 minutes plus stoppage time. Lille, as it stands, through to the semi-finals. Aston Villa need a goal to turn the game again. Aston Villa 2 up in the first leg, called back to 2-1, 2-0 down in the second. And Lille with a throw on halfway as they venture forward, will try and grab a third and take the game away from Aston Villa's grasp. Elsewhere it's still Fiorentina 0, Pizen 0, although the away side down to 10 men. Kadu got sent off midway through the second half. Fenerbahce against Olympiacos coming up later. We'll play one of these two teams between Lille and Aston Villa. Live commentary of Atalanta against Liverpool, West Ham against Bayer Leverkusen. Both English sides looking to overturn losses in the first leg. Liverpool losing 3-0 at Anfield to Atalanta. West Ham 2 goals behind against Bayer Leverkusen. There's also commentary on Roma against AC Milan and Marseille Benfica as well. Villa look forward from the back once again. Martinez across to Pau Torres, plays down the left hand side, couldn't quite find Luca Dean, who waits for the ball running forward. Wasn't quite happy to chase on, and it didn't go out of play. Lille keep the ball across their back line, short to Diakité. Played out to the left, this time forward to Haraldson, intercepted by Douglas Luiz, taken well by Bailey now, trying to slip the ball through. Watkins back to Morgan Rogers on his right foot, slips towards Watkins, gets taken down on the edge of the penalty area. No foul, says the referee. Luca Dean now gets taken down on the edge of the box. Villa still playing on. Bailey, right edge of the final third, back to McGinn. to Bailey, who couldn't quite get onto the ball, and it rolls away for a Lille throw, and the home side will be happy to see that attack fizzle away. As Aston Villa gaining momentum, Lille will do everything they can now in the final 15 minutes of the game to stop any of that, as the referee is helping Thiago Santos back onto his feet. Shoved down to the ground. Good sportsmanship from the referee to help him up, although Thiago Santos a bit reluctant to get back onto his feet so quickly. Referee taking it into his own hands, quite literally. As the ball's fizzed out towards Thiago Santos, burst of pace over halfway, gets away from Morgan Rogers, who shoves him down to the ground, concedes a free kick, and the referee will go to his pocket. Yellow card shown to Morgan Rogers, the substitute for Aston Villa, who came on in the first half for Nicolo Zaniolo, who went off injured on the half-hour stage. Frustration still for Aston Villa. It's Lille at the moment, heading to the semi-finals. Not a night for Villa fans, but what a night for those supporters of Lille. Haraldson over the top of the free kick, and Yazici as well, asking for the free kick to be taken as the referee played in towards the penalty area, bounces all the way through, shouts for the offside flag to go up as Cash clears away. Out towards Watkins on the right hand side, cleared high into the stands though for a Villa throw. Quite notably on the right touchline, plenty of litter has made its way onto the edge of the pitch as Lille make themselves a substitution, as Haraldson will be taken off and Angel Gomez will make his way on. The final 13 minutes or so of the game, plenty of rubbish on the edge of the pitch which has been launched on. Villa have had throws on the far side. Villa do throw back into play. Confirmation of the substitution. Angel Gomez on for Haraldson. Torres turns back to Konza, pressure back to his goalkeeper, and Emi Martinez will try and clear away. Out from the back line, Pau Torres struggling to keep the ball in Villa possession though, and under pressure from Jonathan David, concede to throw. Lille have been relentless all evening at winning the ball back from those sorts of positions. Villa just haven't had the chance. Thiago Santos looking to throw back into play, taking his time over the throw. Throws down towards the corner, picked up by Yazici, who opened the scoring after 16 minutes this evening. A complete turnaround compared to the first leg. Of course, 2-0 was the scoreline. Aston Villa lost at Villa Park in 2002 to get knocked out of the Intertoto Cup. And they'll break forward again, Aston Villa. Konza towards Douglas Luiz, shy of the centre circle, brings it over halfway to the left-hand side. Luca Dean hugging the left touchline, can only go back to Pau Torres midway inside his own half. Squares across to Konza, forward to Douglas Luiz, and out wide right to Matty Cash, who takes the ball over halfway. Bailey in front of him as well. Cash ventures forward. Bailey in support as well. It does find Bailey. Back to Cash once again. Crossed in towards the penalty area. Luca Dean waiting at the back post as well. And knocked back out again. Aston Villa still pressing forward. Konza in the centre circle. Pau Torres looks for the venture ball out towards Ollie Watkins, making the run through. Couldn't quite find him. Luca Dean will put the pressure on. It's cleared away for a Villa throw. Pau Torres considering the quick one, and leaves this one for Luca Dean. And it will be a substitution for Aston Villa, and it's John McGinn, the captain, to be taken off. And John Durant will make his way on for Unai Emery's side. Villa throwing things at this now. Douglas Luiz back to Pau Torres. Out to the right hand side, Konza plays over to Cash, still inside their own half, Aston Villa, as they track back towards their own goalkeeper, but Konza wants to face forward. Out left to Pau Torres this time. Time ticks away, 10 minutes plus stoppage time to go. It's Lille 2, Aston Villa 0 here at the Stade Pierre Mauroy. 3-2 on aggregate to the home side as well, who are holding on very well at the moment, and Aston Villa haven't really had many chances on goal. They only need one though, as Tielemans gets taken down in the centre circle. It will be a free kick to Aston Villa to push the ball forward. Tielemans, Douglas Luiz plays it quickly instead, out to the right, good ball out to Bailey. Bailey drives towards the right edge of the penalty area across the byline, high ball into the box, took a deflection on the way through, and it will be a goal kick. No deflection on the way through, but it might just have come off a little toe. At the moment, Benjamin Andre's goal, 22 minutes from time, could prove to be the winner for his side. Emi Martinez caught out in goal as the header flashed over the top of him at the near post. Back flick header from Benjamin Andre, who had an opportunity very similar in the first half, just couldn't direct it towards goal. Lille clear away, dealt with at the back by Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz turns back to Luca Dean, left corner of his own penalty area, played across 18 yards, and now Konza will drive forward towards halfway. Konza stops midway inside his own half, looks for options and goes short to Pau Torres. They will just be defending now in their backs. 4-2 and 4. Plenty of defensive options as quick passing from Duran finds Douglas Luiz in the centre circle, out to the right this time. Cash down to Bailey. Tielemans squares over the centre circle. Pau Torres looks out to the left this time. Luca Dean, heavy touch but keeps the ball in Villa possession. Duran down to Rodgers, to Duran again, edge of the penalty area, could have gone for a strike on his right foot, instead back to Tielemans, back to Cash, long distance effort, punched over the bar by Chevalier. Matty Cash with a great opportunity from distance, just had to test out the Lille keeper and forced him into a great save. And Matty Cash's strike, it was dipping towards goal. Corner to Aston Villa. Douglas Luiz, the ball not quite on the corner quadrant, just brings it back slightly, left arm in the air, floats it towards goal, flicked on, punched away on the line. Back out again to Bailey, helps it out to the left. Luiz back to Bailey again, left corner of the penalty area, swings it into the box. Watkins with a header, couldn't quite flick it on, back out to Bailey, down the line, and Rodgers can't get hold of it. Lille can't clear at the moment. Back out again, Rodgers, left corner of the box, plays the ball through, left-footed strike from Bailey into the hands of Chevalier. Time ticking away, and now Villa start to come alive. So close from Duran to try and head in. Cash with the strike from distance, causing those problems. Something Villa have lacked throughout the game. Efforts towards goal, and now they're starting to show. Still got defensive work to do though. They'll have to start pushing forward quickly shortly. Not been so far a great week for English teams in Europe. Both Liverpool and Manchester City knocked out in the Champions League yesterday. Big turnaround for Liverpool and West Ham potentially tonight. And Aston Villa, the only team going into the midweek games in the second legs in the lead. And we'll look to try and get a goal back as quickly as possible to level things on aggregate as Cash brings the ball out of Villa's defensive half. Pau Torres across to Konza in the centre circle. Konza across to Pau Torres again. Forward to Duran. Quick ball out towards Luca Dean this time. Back to Duran again, to halfway, Pau Torres. Villa still searching forward, trying to find that opportunity. Out to the right again this time. Bailey back to Cash. Back into the defensive half of Villa with Konza. Still right on halfway though. 5 minutes plus stoppage time to go. Lille 2, Aston Villa 0. Lille leading 3-2 on aggregate in this quarter-final of the Europa Conference League. Ball slipped through towards Morgan Rogers inside the penalty area, dealt with though. And Rogers concedes a free kick against Yoro inside the box. Trying to challenge for the ball, and Lille player down on the ground in Yoro. As Rogers ran through to challenge for it, it was both players looking at the ball as Yoro came over to clear. But Rogers with a high right boot, and there will be a Lille free kick eventually to be taken. A substitution first and foremost, as Cavaliero will make his way on for Yusuf Yazisi. Open the scoring this evening. Ivan Cavaliero makes his way on. And Lille will try and see out the rest of the game, as they'll be able to clear away from this free kick, and the former Wolves forward is on. Clearance away, only as far as ahead of Luca Dean. Now back out towards the left. Rogers deflected away for an Aston Villa throw. The ball has to start going forward soon now for Aston Villa. Thrown down the left-hand side, picked up nearly by Watkins. Left corner. Watkins turns up across the byline, plays the ball, chipped high into the box, deflected, caught by the keeper, it's spilt, back again, out to the edge of the box, Cash! Oh yes! Aston Villa have a goal back, and it's Matty Cash who fires home! Chevalier tried to catch the ball, having a word with the referee. Aston Villa have got a goal back and have tied things up on aggregate again. Spilt by Chevalier in the box. It was nearly tapped in by Duran, and Cash took a deflection on the way through. And for Aston Villa fans, that's what they wanted. The referee still shaking his head. Bentaleb asking the question to the referee, who's pointed his finger to his ear, and will wait for the decision here. Ivan Kuziak points towards the centre circle. It is a goal for Aston Villa. John Duran. Bentaleb felt as though he was pushed into his keeper. Everyone was challenging for the ball. You can see Bentaleb's arguments, but Cash fired home, and all of a sudden we might just be going to extra time. Matty Cash, who forced Chevalier into a save only minutes ago, might just have rescued Aston Villa's evening. Level on aggregate again. A minute of normal time to go. Plenty of stoppage time to be added on as well. Chevalier will clear away out to the left-hand side, and it does go away for an Aston Villa throw on the far side. Things calm down once again. The pressure from Aston Villa all of a sudden has just turned the game around when they needed it most as well. A team that hadn't really registered many shots towards goal throughout the game. He took one. And it's Matty Cash. Lille will still try and break forward again though. Now Torres across the back line. Looks out to the left, Luca Dean. Plays dangerously back to Pau Torres again. Further back to Martinez, left-footed clearance up towards halfway. Sliced high in the air by Rogers though, back towards his own penalty area. And Villa will try and clear away. John Duran just jumping over the top of Thiago Santos will receive a yellow card as well. Both of them down injured on the ground. John Duran, who jumped over the top, looks as though he will be in the book for Aston Villa as we tick into added time at the end of the second half. 5 minutes to be added on as well. Duran just fell awkwardly on his right arm, maybe his shoulder as well. Time being taken here on the pitch at the moment. There will be a yellow card to John Duran. Just fell awkwardly on his right shoulder, and he's shown a yellow card, and in a bit of shock about seeing a yellow card as well. He has a conversation with the referee about it. There'll be time added on, and time added on as well. Lille 2, Aston Villa 1, 3-3 on aggregate. Matty Cash's goal for Aston Villa brings things back level again. Concern now on the ground as Thiago Santos has stayed down. Benjamin Andre throws his arm up in frustration at the referee. Whether the referee's considering something. Benjamin Andre wasn't happy with something on the pitch anyway. There's Thiago Santos, wanders off, and will be told to come back on in a moment's time as Lille with an opportunity from this attacking free kick. Then players lining up 20 yards away from goal. Floated high in towards the penalty area, headed away by Rodgers. Only as far out as Ismaili, trying to take the ball forward again. Just out to the left hand side, Ismaili watches the ball away for a Lille throw. Thrown back towards halfway, picked up by Diakité into the centre circle. Out to the right this time, Thiago Santos back on the pitch now. Chips the ball forward. Pau Torres nearly taking over his man. And Benjamin Andre, the man that was fouled, asking for the free kick, not given. It is just an Aston Villa goal kick. Martinez to the edge of the D, walks the ball forward. Maybe Aston Villa are looking for extra time. Ball loose from Konza though, nearly given away, and it is. David plays the ball right edge of the penalty area, picks it well. Cavaliero just has to try and shoot on his left, blocked over the bar. Aston Villa causing their own problems. Cavaliero urged onto his left foot, just over. Everyone back for Aston Villa defending. Lille with the corner. Angel Gomez to swing this one in. Plenty of players at the near post this time. Gomez just places the ball down where he wants it to. Cavaliero makes the run forward. Gomez in towards the box, headed away by Bailey. The referee blows for a foul on Duran. And once again, Benjamin Andre is furious. But the referee is pointing towards the corner again and wants the corner retaken. Points his finger to his ear. Looks as though the corner will be taken again. Gomez flicks it in towards the box again. Players down on the ground, and it's headed into the hands of Martinez. Once again, confusion in the penalty area. A free header, and Villa will escape away quickly out to the left hand side. Time ticks away. We're up towards the end of the 5 added on. A minute or so to go. Cash in the centre circle. Gives the ball away again. And now an opportunity for David to run forward. Short out towards Angel Gomez. Plays out to the left-hand side. Picked up by Cavaliero. Left corner of the penalty area. Right-footed cross into the box. Bounces all the way through. Into the hands of Emi Martinez. And once again, Aston Villa causing their own problems at the back as they've given the ball away. Martinez rolls out to Luca Dean. Long ball out to the right hand side, chased on by Bailey, maybe a bit too much. It rolls away for a Lille goal kick, and the home side are rushing to take it as well. They want to win this in normal time. This could go all the way though. What a fantastic final 10 minutes of this game. End to end. Lille clear away from the goal kick. Chevalier goes long up towards the head of Andre, who's found his way forward. Douglas Luiz heads out to the near side. Rogers slips over trying to keep the ball in play. Back to Andre. Further to Angel Gomez. Back to the centre circle. Time running out now for both sides. We've played 5 minutes of additional time. Out to the right hand side. Caballero up to the edge of the penalty area. Left footed cross into the box. Headed away. Not quite clear yet though for Aston Villa. Back out to Bentaleb, edge of the final third. Out to the left once again, played into the box. Konza slips over as he clears away. Cash helps it on as well. And now Bailey can break forward. Duran, edge of the centre circle, just stops, looks for players forward. Watkins asking. Watkins receives as well. Back to halfway. Rogers out to the right hand side. Referee checks his watch on his wrist. Puts the whistle to his lips as well as Cash plays out to the right hand side. Villa go back to halfway, and it will be extra time needed in this quarter final. Full time on the night. Lille 2, Aston Villa 1. Goals from Yazici after 16 minutes. The captain Benjamin Andre, just 20 minutes to go, and Matty Cash 3 minutes from time. Got a goal back for Aston Villa, a needed goal for Aston Villa, and it's going to extra time. Stay where you are, we'll be right back. At the end of the second half, Matty Cash's goal on 87 minutes has sent the game all the way. It could still go to penalties as well. 2-1 on the night to Lille. Fiorentina, Pizen has gone to extra time as well. Goalless in Fiorentina. 0-0 in the first leg there as well. Very tight affair. Reminder that commentaries in the Europa League coming up in 10 minutes time, but stick with us. There's another half an hour to go, back underway. Martinez collects the ball on the edge of his D. Look forward once again towards halfway, urging his team to get forward as well. Still standing on the edge of the D, Emi Martinez. Villa taking their time as substitution for Lille. Goodmanson has been taken off and Remy Cabella makes his way on. Substitution, third one for Lille. Tired legs will start to appear out on the pitch. Lille less so as Durant lofts the ball out towards the right. Watkins now to the edge of the penalty area, looks for the early cross, blocked away by Diakité. Back out again, Lille will chase down the left hand side and eventually win themselves a throw. Lille throw back into play to the edge of their own penalty area. Chevalier will look to try and play the ball away. Fiorentina have taken a lead against Pizen. Only 2 minutes into extra time in that game. Kickoff starting soon in the Europa League as well. Martinez on the edge of the D as Villa have possession back inside their own half. Looking forward again, Aston Villa. Martinez shuffles the ball to the right edge of the box. Still standing on the ball at the moment, just watching the clock tick down maybe. As Jonathan David tries to close down. Long ball out to the right hand side, picked up almost by Duran, just shoves his marker down to the ground of Ismaili. It will be a free kick to Lille, just shy of the halfway line on the left hand side. Ismaili just being pushed down to the ground by Duran. The crowd a little bit less noisy now, this Lille support. Maybe feeling the tension. Played out towards Benjamin Andre. Across the back line again. Lille keep hold of possession. Towards halfway, it's played out towards Benjamin Andre. Looks over halfway, goes back into his own half once again though. To the centre circle. Lille looking forward out to the right hand side, edge of the final third quickly as it drops out towards Cavallero. Cavallero turns, trying to get away from Douglas Luiz. No foul as he dropped down to the ground, and Villa will break away up towards the halfway line once again. Taken forward this time by Tielemans. Turns back to Douglas Luiz and across to Konza. Konza, edge of the centre circle. Looks out to the right again to Matty Cash, nearly miscontrols the ball and goes back to his goalkeeper again. Pau Torres will bring the ball forward for Villa. The pressure from Cavallero. To Martinez, to Pau Torres. Walks the ball to the centre of this defensive half. Plays over to Konza. Further back as they both drop deep into their own half. Pau Torres turns away from Jonathan David. Had to get it right and did. Ventures over halfway. Long ball slipping over with Bailey, but gets there at the second attempt. Plays down the line. Picked up by Watkins this time. not quite in his central striking position, but wins a throw for Aston Villa out on the right hand side, knocked away by Ismaili. Thrown back towards halfway with Konza looking into the centre circle instead. Long ball, Bailey will chase on up towards the byline. Bailey gets there as well ahead of Ismaili. Back into the penalty area, takes it round one, takes it round two. Right corner of the box, Matty Cash on the overlap. Does find Cash inside the penalty area, trying to get a touch onto the ball. Couldn't quite, it goes away for a goal kick. 5 minutes into extra time. Villa looking the liveliest at the moment as Cash was running through. Couldn't quite get away from Diakité. Unai Emery urging his team on now. Watching on patiently Paulo Fonseca, the Portuguese former centre-back. Joined Lille in 2022 on a 2-year deal to help them forward again. Bentaleb takes up a centre-back role at the moment as Lille press forward. Out to the right this time, Thiago Santos under pressure. Santos goes back to halfway once again. Yoro plays across to Bentaleb. Bentaleb on the edge of the centre circle. Out to the right this time, Yoro looks for the right-footed ball, blocked off the back of Watkins, headed into the centre circle. Watkins back towards Douglas Luiz, scoops the ball out to the left-hand side, collected well by Morgan Rogers, now turning up to the edge of the final third. Rogers just been taken off the ball by Thiago Santos, back to his keeper who slices away for a throw. And Angel Gomez down on the ground holding his head at the moment. Villa will have a throw on the near side. Thiago Santos has been absolutely superb this evening for the home side. He's jumped around, just jumping into the air again up against Angel Gomez. Villa with a throw though, in an attacking position as well. Luca Dean throws back towards Douglas Luiz into the centre circle and back into the defensive half. With Konza just turns across to the left. Pau Torres in support. Looks for the long diagonal ball out to the left. Luca Dean chasing on, headed away by Andre. Picked up again though by Rogers. Back to Douglas Luiz. Switches play to the right hand side, cleverly out to Bailey. Good touch against Cabella. Bailey now, right corner of the penalty area. Fizzes one through into the box and into the hands of Chevalier, who collects and take his time to distribute away. Leon Bailey frustrated with his delivery. Not quite picked up by anyone. Maybe could have sized up a shot instead. Full house inside the Stade Pierre Mauroy as Lille clear away from the back once again. Chevalier out to the left this time. Playing back to the edge of the D, and Yoro will look forward again. Andre further forward. Back to Yoro again. Approaching the edge of the centre circle through the middle. Bentaleb turns on halfway, looks out to the left hand side. Lovely ball out to the left wing as well. Cabella in towards the penalty area, plays almost towards the feet of David, cleared away by Villa dangerously at the back, and now the break is on. Douglas Luiz, long ball. Watkins will chase on up to the edge of the penalty area, keeps an eye for the offside flag. Not gone up quite yet. Watkins, left edge of the penalty area, drives back towards the left corner. Now down towards the byline. Watkins waiting for support. And back to Luca Dean. And Villa stay calm inside the attacking half. Pau Torres forward now. Out wide right to Cash. Back to the centre circle. Konza nowhere to go under pressure. And then you go back to his goalkeeper. Martinez out to the right this time with Cash. Looking down the line instead. Can only turn back towards his own goal. Now to Pau Torres, venturing forward towards halfway. Konza to Pau Torres. Villa patiently waiting for the build-up play. Back to Konza again. Konza to Pau Torres. Two of them passing nicely, waiting for the opportunity. Luca Dean ventures up towards halfway, ventures always into the centre circle. Lovely ball out towards Bailey, up towards the edge of the final third. Might be able to get the ball into the box. Bailey, left-footed strike, palmed away. Douglas Luiz heads towards goal, and Cavalier makes a great save again to deny Aston Villa a goal. Leon Bailey first and foremost. It was palmed straight into the path of Douglas Luiz with a free header as well, and Chevalier threw his right arm at the ball and managed to knock it over the bar. Superb keeping from the Lille goalkeeper. So close for Aston Villa, and they have a corner as well. 5 minutes until half time in extra time. Corner played short to Douglas Luiz, back to Bailey, right-footed cross to the edge of the box. Luca Dean trying to get the strike away, intercepted by Bentaleb, and now Lille break away over halfway. Long ball out to the left-hand side, chased on by David, under pressure from Konza. Turns back towards his captain, Andre. Further back to Angel Gomez. Out to the right this time, Thiago Santos might go for a strike on his right. On the edge of the final third though. Out wide right to Cabella. Cabella plays a 1-2 and ventures back towards his halfway line. You can't take your eyes off this game. Can't turn off either. It is end to end. Both teams going for it as Bentaleb, midway inside the attacking half, looks out to the left, picked up well this time by Angel Gomez, looking for the cross in towards the box, plays down the line, squared across 6 yards. Martinez clears, and Tielemans will take it away, but loses out again to Ismaili. Angel Gomez, left corner of the box, back to Bentaleb. Turns away from Duran. Now out to the left-hand side. Cabello will look to get the right-footed cross into the box. Headed away by Douglas Luiz. And no one out on the right-hand side. And it will be a Lille throw from one end where Aston Villa could have quite easily levelled things and made it 4-3 on aggregates. At the other end, Lille want to extend their lead on the night. Thiago Santos looking to throw up towards the edge of the penalty area, thrown short towards his captain Andre, played back to the centre circle again, taken forward this time by Diakité. Scored a header in the first leg, of course, the centre back Andre. Thought he'd got the winner this evening. To the right hand side, not quite kept in by Luca Dean, who slides out on the right hand side. Cleared back to halfway, and Lenny Yoro to the centre circle. Diakité. 3 minutes of time to go in this second leg, first half of extra time. Bentaleb still midway inside the attacking half. Fenerbahce against Olympiacos has just kicked off. One of these two teams will be playing one of those two teams in the semi-finals. Played back out towards Andre, goes for the long ball into the penalty area, headed away by Pau Torres to Watkins, helped out to the left-hand side, cut back into Lille possession again. Andre to Bentaleb, centre of the attacking half, looks out to the left-hand side, chips the ball through, almost found David, cleared away by Konza. As far as Bentaleb again, now out to the left, Cabella ventures to the left edge of the penalty area, right-footed cross into the box, headed away by Konza again, and cleared further away as Aston Villa will look to break. Long ball over halfway, Watkins will try and chase on, dealt with at the back by Diakité, and John Duran couldn't get hold of it either. Ismaili out to the left, looking for the through ball, might drop nicely now for David. David turns away from one, Angel Gomez now inside the box, takes over, Konza makes the block, and Villa will clear away again. And Bailey runs up to the halfway line. Long ball through to Watkins. Watkins out to the right, this time Duran in a bit of space. Watkins venturing forward as well. Played over towards the left corner of the penalty area. Villa were making their way forward as well with Morgan Rogers. And Lille escape again. Carvalho back into the centre of their own half, and Bentaleb will bring it forward. Unbelievable end to end now here in France this evening. not over yet. Another half, another 15 minutes to go before we even consider penalties. Cavaliero back to the centre circle. Yoro plays back again. Bentaleb, so fast paced and tick towards the end of this first half of extra time. Andre out to the right this time, plays down the line, finds Cavaliero. Cavaliero turning up against Morgan Rogers, left-footed ball into the box, dealt with by Pau Torres and cleared away. Back towards Bentaleb. Bentaleb turns, looks out to the left-hand side. Played forward this time, Ismaili going for a run. Out towards Cabella, into the box, into the hands of Martinez. And that might just be it for the first half of extra time, as the referee just waits for Emi Martinez to clear. He won't have to. It is half time in extra time. Lille 2, Aston Villa 1 on the night. 3-3 on aggregate. Don't go anywhere. The second 15 minutes of extra time coming up, and maybe even a penalty shootout. Almost ready for the start of the second half of extra time. Aston Villa came so close to getting the goal they needed. Leon Bailey's strike, saved by Chevalier, only into the path of Douglas Luiz, who headed back towards the right palm of Chevalier, who pushed it over the bar. Great to see him and Emi Martinez shaking hands at the half-time interval in this extra time period. Smiles on both. If this game does go to penalties, Lille have lost their last 4. The last one being in the Coupe de France last season against Lyon. Aston Villa, though, minus losing their EFL Cup penalties in the third round to Chelsea in 2021, have won their last 5 on the bounce. Yes, back underway once again. Lille under pressure inside their own half will look to clear away. It's played out towards this near side for Diakité. Play back to him again though. Andre under pressure from Duran, takes the ball towards halfway, looks over the halfway line, long ball out towards Remy Cabella, knocked away for a Villa throw. No doubt both sides will be considering penalties. Martinez, a great shot stopper. Villa with possession inside their own penalty area as Emi Martinez walks the ball to the edge of his D, looking for options once again. Aston Villa have won penalty shootouts in the trickiest of circumstances before. West Bromwich Albion in the Championship playoff semi-final. Second leg. Jed Steer was in goal that evening and made 2 early saves in the shootout to set Villa on their way to Wembley and eventually promotion. But Lille back in the centre circle with Bentaleb, who look to play the ball forward once again. Up towards Andre, out to the left-hand side. Cabella, left corner of the penalty area, under pressure from Cash. Cabella turns down the line, plays forward once again. Not back to Ismaili. Ismaili though, right-footed ball into the box, bounces all the way through. Might fall out towards Caballero. Further back out, Thiago Santos! Just fired wide. A right-footed effort from the edge of the penalty area. Santos was waiting. It was almost creeping in, just curled at the last moment, and Emi Martinez was diving to his right. Didn't quite get a touch on the ball. Now it's Lille putting the pressure on. Cleared away by Martinez to the halfway line, headed forward by Watkins, cleared high into the air, but it will be a yellow card for Ollie Watkins as he jumped for the header, conceded a foul in the process. Plenty of players in the book for Aston Villa this evening. Ollie Watkins the latest to it. It will just cause a stoppage in play for a moment or so. Plenty of players surrounding the referee as Ismaili was just knocked in the side of the head by Ollie Watkins. Perhaps asking for dangerous play. I seem to think there is, as Thiago Santos with the best opportunity already in this second half of extra time. It was Douglas Luiz and Leon Bailey who had the best chances in the first 15 minutes. Thiago Santos, just a shot curling wide as Emi Martinez had an opportunity to dive down to his right to make a save, and would have had to get a touch on if it was closer to goal. Still goalless between Fenerbahce and Olympiacos, 10 minutes gone in that game. Of course, the winner of this evening's tie will play one of those two sides. Fiorentina look as though they've booked their place into the semi-finals against Pizet. We'll be playing AOK Athens or Club Brugge in that semi-final. Liverpool have already taken a 1-0 lead away at Atalanta. Mo Salah from the penalty spot. As things get back underway once again. Across the back line, Andre looks to the edge of the centre circle. Out to the right hand side, played forward, long ball down the line, picked up well by Ismaili. Thiago Santos now, up to the edge of the penalty area, chips the ball into the box, Cash heads away, up towards the halfway line. Not quite clear yet for Aston Villa. Ismaili out to the left this time, Cabella will try and take the ball forward. Cabella back to Ismaili again. Played across to Bentaleb, looking out to the right hand side. Thiago Santos as Cash, Luca Dean rather, gets the head away. Luca Dean now trying to find Morgan Rogers making the run. A man born in Halesowen in the West Midlands, making his mark on the European stage. Diakité. Angel Gomez now out to the right hand side, played forward, taken on by Yoro. Everyone inside the attacking half from a Lille perspective. Still keeping the ball on the edge of the centre circle though. Ismaili might have to drop back towards his own goal under pressure now from Leon Bailey and Ollie Watkins as well, and it will eventually drop back to Chevalier. Played out to the left this time, taken forward by Ismaili under pressure from Duran. Duran now wrestles for the ball and concedes a free kick in the process. Lille play it quickly across the back. Fenerbahce have taken a 1-0 early lead against Olympiacos. It puts the game 3-3 on aggregate. Paul's goal, the only one in the Europa League so far this evening. And here, looks as though this might go all the way. Lille with an attacking opportunity again on the right hand side, picked up by Cavallero. Back to Thiago Santos, further back to halfway. Yoro across to Andre. Out to the left hand side, picked up well on the edge of the final third by Cabella. Plays back to halfway again though. Diakité recycles out to the right hand side. Yoro brings it forward. Turns back to the centre circle again though. Benjamin Andre looks out to the left. Angel Gomez in plenty of space. Instead, Lille look out to the right again. Played back to Bentaleb, forward, out towards the right hand side. Santos plays out towards Cavallero, in towards the penalty area, drops out, shouts for a penalty. Angel Gomez now left corner of the penalty area, up against Cash, back out and blocked away by Leon Bailey. Only as far as Ismaili, who can only knock the ball back to the feet of Bailey. Eventually Angel Gomez shouts away, and there's shouts of a penalty here for Lille, and shouts of handball as well. VAR is having a long good look at this. Cavallero's cross into the penalty area. Shouts of handball against Esri Konza. Referee finger to his ear and doesn't award a penalty. Came off the side of his body. No penalty awarded. Villa will look to throw quickly down the line. Played forward by Bailey, given away in possession though. And now Thiago Santos will break forward again in the centre circle. Just stands still, looks for the opportunity to pass, and eventually just cuts back into his own half. Bentaleb looks out to the left this time. Ismaili will try and play the ball forward if he can. Back again to Diakité. Diakité further forward into the centre circle. Played out to Angel Gomez, left to Ismaili, further down the line. Cabella once again turns away from Cash, trying to find the through ball. Cabella up to the edge of the penalty area. Lille trying to push forward and get the winning goal. 5 minutes plus whatever the referee decides to add on left to go before it's a penalty shootout. Angel Gomez, edge of the D, gets the shot on his right foot over the bar. And away for a goal kick it goes, but Lille have put the pressure on towards the end of extra time. Angel Gomez on his right foot, just curling high over, didn't dip as much as he wanted it to, hit the stanchion behind the goal. There's still a few shouts from the Lille supporters and players alike as well for that potential handball in the box. It wasn't given by VAR or the on-field officials. 4 minutes plus stoppages. Martinez clears away over halfway, flicked on by Duran. Played all the way back to Chevalier. Clears forward out to the right hand side. Long ball over the top of everyone, headed back once again. The offside flag goes up and Villa will have themselves a free kick in the defensive half, just shy of halfway. And Douglas Luiz telling his teammates just to remain calm, no need to take it quickly. Pau Torres looks back towards his own goalkeeper, but eventually will consider the long ball forward. Pau Torres, left-footed, over halfway, it's the edge of the penalty area. Duran jumps, misses, and it's played back to Cabella inside his own corner. Will try and shield the ball away against Duran. Cabella now has to try and turn away. Duran wins the ball back fairly as well. Right corner of the penalty area, linesman awards a free kick. Cabella was tripped up on the ball in the end. Bailey was there with him as well. Emery dragging his players back to defend. Chevalier will pump the ball forward over halfway. A long clearance. Looks down the left hand side, headed high in the air by Konza towards Morgan Rogers. turns in the centre circle, gets dragged down to the ground as well, and a free kick now to Aston Villa. A yellow card shown as well for the pullback, and it's gone to Angel Gomez. Free kick pushed forward by Douglas Luiz, cleared away at the back line by Thiago Santos, only as far as Pau Torres, who heads back to Emi Martinez. West Ham have scored against Bayer Leverkusen Antonio on 13 minutes. In the Europa League, it's now 2-1 on aggregate to the German champions. West Ham with home advantage, of course, and putting it to good effect. Martinez tells his team to remain calm as he wanders left and right on the edge of his penalty area, looking for a pass to make. Martinez eventually picks up the ball against Jonathan Davids, winding down the clock, and maybe, just maybe, you feel Aston Villa might be playing for penalty shootout here. Right foot high, clearance over halfway. Duran trying to win the head. Ismaili, it's played to the right edge of the box, cleared away by Lille, but only as far as an Aston Villa player in Pau Torres. Plays forward towards Watkins, edge of the D. Ollie Watkins now out towards Bailey, drags the ball across the byline, chipped into the near post, headed over and away for a corner. Diakité headed wide. Aston Villa with a corner, a minute and a half of extra time to play. Lille fans, having been jumping up and down, all of a sudden feel nervous. I'm sure the Villa fans high in the top tier of the stand do as well, tucked away in that far right corner. Corner to Aston Villa. A great opportunity. A minute of extra time to go. Maybe a few added on, surely. The stoppages. Corner, left-footed, floated towards the back post, caught in the air by Chevalier, who wants to distribute quickly as well, and does. Out towards David, runs over halfway under pressure from Konza, who wins the ball fairly. Lille fans away to the left-hand side, behind the goal, scarves high in the air and all around the ground. Villa though pressing forward again. Douglas Luiz out to the left this time. Luca Dean. Further back to Pau Torres now, venturing forward. Ollie Watkins, left-hand side of the penalty area. Down the line to Rodgers, trying to cross the ball in. Yoro gets the block in the penalty area. Back out to Rodgers, drives across the byline, played across. Duran, saved on, bounces off the post. Chevalier was down at his right-hand side, and I think it might just have bounced off the post. Lille clear. And Aston Villa so close at the end once again. A minute of added time at the end of extra time. Pushed forward by Cash. Out towards Bailey on the right edge of the box and cleared away. Ismaili now down the line to Angel Gomez. Gomez back into the defensive half for Lille. Looking over halfway. Duran knocks it away for a throw. And if Lille don't hurry up here, it will be a shootout. Ismaili throws across the back line, and Lille pass the ball in their defensive half with 30 seconds to go. Not piling forward just yet. Bentaleb telling them to stay calm. Long ball out to the left, headed away by Cash. Down the right this time, Bailey will try and push forward using that momentum. Duran back to Cash. It's now or never for either team, but the full-time whistle goes, and it is penalties that will decide whether Lille or Aston Villa will be in the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League. The road to Athens will end tonight for one of these two sides, but after extra time, on the night it's finished Lille 2, Aston Villa 1, 3-3 on aggregate. Wow, what a fantastic extra time it's been as well. It was a save from Chevalier as Duran's shot came in right at the end and his near post bounced off his foot and sacked back to the ground. Stay with us. Penalties are on their way. Aston Villa head-to-head against Lille in domestic competitions, have the better record. Emi Martinez, though, has missed a few saves of late. Saved a penalty against Harry Kane and against Ben Rama. Made some saves in the World Cup as well. To give Argentina a victory against France. Words being had to Lucas Chevalier as well, the Lille goalkeeper, who himself has been a shot stopper from the spot in goal. Silence nearly around the Stade Pierre Mauroy in a game that turned on its head right at the end. Lille were 2-0 up. Yazisi with the opener after 16 minutes. Benjamin Andre 22 minutes shy of full time. Matty Cash rescued things for Aston Villa 3 minutes from time. And extra time could have gone either way as well. The first leg was 2-1, the second leg was 2-1, both in opposite directions. Penalties on their way up as well. Chevalier has made 4 straight penalty saves, some in Liga. Pass of extra time as the referee just waits for Emi Martinez to clear. He won't have to. It is half time. Anyone's guess. Douglas Luiz and Benjamin Andre. Coin toss, and it will be towards the home fans, it seems, as the referee points in that direction. Coin toss now for who takes the penalty first, and it will be Aston Villa to take the first penalty. The two captains now on the pitch of Douglas Luiz after John McGinn was substituted off. Good look between both goalkeepers. Great to see between them. Yuri Tielemans looks as though he will be first up to take a spot kick with the home fans directly in front of him as he faces the goal from 12 yards. Lucas Chevalier in the goal mouth. Two goalkeepers just having a word with the referee before the start of the penalty shootout. Yuri Tielemans does eventually walk forward to take the first spot kick. Tielemans against Chevalier. All this, of course, for a place in the semi-finals of the competition. Yuri Tielemans, the first one up. Two arms stretched out wide from Chevalier. Tielemans finds the net. Villa 1-0 up in the shootout. Just rolled the ball to the right-hand side. Nabil Bentaleb, the first one up for Lille. Just takes a very sharp run towards the ball as Emi Martinez picked it up on the spot. Trying to cause a few problems already. Bentaleb has got the ball in hand. The referee will have a word with the Villa goalkeeper. And the referee telling Martinez he cannot touch the ball. Bentaleb places the ball down on the spot. He'll use his left foot. He's missed a couple of penalties recently, Bentaleb. Up against Martinez. Bentaleb. Martinez goes the right way and saves from the spot. silences the home crowd, and Aston Villa with the early advantage in the shootout. Nabil Bentaleb, who you'd like to tip off, wouldn't miss. Martinez got down well to his left-hand side, picked the right option. Advantage Aston Villa, and it's Ollie Watkins for the next spot kick, and Emi Martinez is being urged away by the referee here. Has been in his eye all evening since he picked up a yellow card in the first half. And he's saying that he can't hear the referee because of the crowd. And Ollie Watkins now waiting for a ball to be returned to him. The ball was blasted into the stand by Bentaleb in frustration. So Ollie Watkins just has to stand on the edge of the penalty area and wait here. And Emi Martinez, the referee has gone over to him, and Douglas Luiz, the referee's got a second yellow card in his hand here for the Aston Villa goalkeeper. The referee, it looks as though he's going to be sending off Emi Martinez. A second yellow for the Aston Villa goalkeeper. Yes, no. The referee had the card in his hand. I'm not quite sure what's happened here. Well, Emi Martinez is already on a yellow, and he's been shown another yellow in the penalty shootout. Ollie Watkins in the meantime from the penalty spot. 2 balls on the pitch now as one's thrown back in from the Lille supporters. Watkins will eventually take the penalty. It's all going on inside the Stade Pierre-Mauroy. Watkins against Chevalier from the penalty spot, 12 yards away. Watkins has scored plenty in the Premier League and scores into the top left corner as he slips over on the spot as well. But Ollie Watkins buries it high into the corner. Slipped over, didn't quite matter. 2-0 to Aston Villa in the shootout. Emi Martinez, watchful eye of the referee Ivan Kruziak. Jonathan David steps up next to the penalty spot to try and convert home. Trying to place the ball down on the spot as well after Ollie Watkins slipped over. David against Martinez. Waits for the referee's whistle. Right-footed, places it down the middle, and it's a goal back from the shootout for Lille, and it's 2-1. Martinez was sent diving to his right-hand side. Jonathan David had only one option. It was straight down the middle. And it's Matty Cash who walks forward next for Aston Villa. 2 perfect penalties pretty much, despite Watkins slipping over. Chevalier just waits to the last moment to go back into his goal mouth. And Matty Cash, the Polish international, on the edge of the 18-yard box. It's a big run-up for Matty Cash with his right foot. Steps up to the ball, placing it into the corner. 3 perfect penalties from Aston Villa. Puts the pressure on. Lille fans jumping for joy at 2-0 up. And now Angel Gomez. Up against Emi Martinez. Gomez places the ball down on the spot. The referee going right over again to make sure it's on the penalty marker. Has to be precise at this stage of the competition. Angel Gomez not happy at the moment as Emi Martinez stares him down. Gomez takes a short run up as well. The referee keeping an eye on the keeper on his line. Gomez into the corner. Lovely penalty, tucked away into the corner. And Lille still in it. It's Leon Bailey next up for Aston Villa. Chevalier's made plenty of penalty saves in general play. Lille themselves in penalty shootout records haven't done too well. Aston Villa's last penalty shootout ended up in a loss against Chelsea. The previous 5 they have won. And Leon Bailey now up against Chevalier. Bailey goes on his left foot. Saved by Chevalier to his left hand side. Sets the stadium alight as well and brings Lille right back into it. Bailey didn't look too confident as he stepped up and didn't get the power behind it. Chevalier guessed the right way. Saves to his left. And it's game on now. Lille to make it 3-3 in the shootout and level things up again. Cabella the substitute up against Martinez. He's on his best behaviour. Cabella to step up to the spot, right footed, buries it into the top of the net. And it's 3-3. It's all to play for. It's sudden death. All of a sudden, Aston Villa have to score the next penalty. Douglas Luiz steps forward. The pressure would be on if he misses. Douglas Luiz places the ball down on the spot. Chevalier rubs his 2 hands together. Still waits to stand on his goal line to the last possible moment. Emi Martinez waits on the corner of the penalty area after being told by the referee to walk away, after teasing the home supports. The referee now speaking to Douglas Luiz again. Chevalier stands on his line, breathes heavily, takes a breath. Douglas Luiz stands inside the D. Direct centre as the run up towards goal. Waits, takes his time, urges to the left. It'll be a right footed shot from the spot. Douglas Luiz, little shimmy, just about tucks it into the corner. Chevalier nearly got a hand to it. And now it's pressure on Lille. Huge pressure. Benjamin Andre, the captain who scored the second goal of the evening, to keep this penalty shootout alive for Lille and send it into further sudden death. Benjamin Andre places the ball down on the spot. Home fans wait. Takes the shot right footed. Martinez makes the save to his left hand side. And Aston Villa are into the semi-finals of the Europa Conference League. The penalty shootout hero once again. The Aston Villa and Argentinian goalkeeper saves the all-important penalty from who else but the Lille captain himself. Lille, who are 2-0 up this evening. Matty Cash brought things back level on aggregate. A toughly fought extra time. And it's Aston Villa who are into the semi-finals of Europe. It's finished Lille 2, Aston Villa 1 on the night. Aston Villa 4, Lille 3 on penalties.
you